wore my sunflower lanyard for the first time at the airport. We were coming back from Tenerife. I have not previously had the confidence to actually put it on. I've had it with me, but not worn it. But on the way back, I'd basically been very overwhelmed. I had a cry on the plane. It's a long journey for me, like 4.5 hours is difficult for me to be kind of still and contained for that long. And I've always found flying really difficult. Haven't done a lot of it in my life for that reason. So yeah, I was kind of at the end of my tether. So I put this on knowing that then, you know, if I kind of did have a meltdown or felt in any way unsafe or overwhelmed, I'd be okay. I was with my partner, but I was pushed to the brink. So it felt like a bit of a lifeline. As we were coming through passport control, a very nice man from the airport said, "Oh, miss," and something in my head had like forgotten I was wearing it. So I kind of turned around and I must have looked so concerned and scared, because you know when you can kind of like see yourself from outside, and I knew that all my emotion was just written over my face, and I was so upset and wobbly and just emotional, and I'm getting emotional thinking of it right now, because I really felt very raw and very vulnerable and very exposed in a way that I never have let myself be before when I was masking. And yet I couldn't, in that moment, I couldn't hold it together, and that was quite an unnerving moment. And I could kind of see this man being very nice. I could feel myself feeling and probably looking very autistic and very upset. And he said, "Oh, are you with these people?" And I said, no, I'm with my partner, he's over there. And I couldn't work out what he was wanting from me in that moment. I thought there was something wrong. He needed to test something in my bag, or I don't know. Like, I was really confused. And then it kind of dawned, and he was asking if I needed help. And I was like, oh my God, I'm okay, thank you. And kind of just went off through passport control. Like I was shaking. Like I felt very autistic. And I've spoken about this with my therapist since, and she said, you know, how do you feel about yourself in that moment looking back? And it's funny, I actually went into the bathroom while we were waiting to get our luggage, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I had this cap on, I had this, and all my makeup had kind of like come off because I've been crying, and I was like, do I look like someone else right now? Like, or at least not the person that I always tried to hold it together and pretend to be.